Hey guys, welcome back. Episode 29 of Ironing Out the Kinks podcast with Luke.
And Chelsea.
That was weird.
Why?
It sounded weird. So you're joining a happily married couple talking advice, sexy stuff, kinky stuff, and just generally fun. Just trying to put a bit more fun and conversation into topics that society doesn't really like talking about openly.
You did that all without taking a breath.
I know, it's crazy. If you put that in a sentence, there would be no full stops. Should we just get straight into it?
So actually, I wanted to start off by giving us some facts.
Some facts?
Some facts.
You're not going to throw me under the bus like you did last week?
I'm not. No, this week, it's all about you.
It's that about me? These facts are about me?
I mean, they might as well be, yeah.
Okay.
You're going to use them against me.
For sure. Let's go.
Okay, so, you know people say like an apple a day keeps the doctor away?
Yes.
Well, a wank a day might be even better.
I think a male orgasm, it doesn't have to be a wank.
All right, friggin' heck.
It can be brought to orgasm by you.
So, studies show that orgasms increase white blood cell production. Did you know that?
That's why I'm so immune to disease.
No, you're not. You catch everything.
No, I don't. I'm fucking healthy.
So, next time you feel a cold coming on, you know what to do.
Or have a wank.
No. How interesting is that? I knew like there's so many things that they can say that can help an orgasm. People always say headaches.
Yep.
But it actually increases white blood cell production, which obviously helps your body fight off infections.
I'm sure I read as well that orgasms can reduce the chance of heart disease.
You did say this recently, but...
Yeah, I can't remember where I saw it, but I do I'm a weird geek. I spend a lot of time on PubMed looking published medical journals, published medical studies, that have been peer reviewed and released.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw something on there whilst I was not looking for sex stuff.
No, of course not.
I swear to God.
Okay, next one. Semen has antidepressant properties.
So if you're feeling sad...
Get a cock in your mouth.
Yeah. I was specifically talking about you.
Oh, me? I thought you were talking to the listeners.
No, to you.
So it actually contains compounds like serotonin, oxytocin, melatonin, which obviously are quite highly linked to reducing depression and anxiety.
But can they be ingested?
Well, you'll take what's in antidepressants? You just don't like...
Yeah, I guess so.
Melatonin can be ingested, I know that 100%.
So does that mean people who get bukkakied are the happiest people?
Perhaps.
Oh my God, imagine.
Well, there's actually even
What's
research.
up with you? I just had a bukkake last week. I'm just on top of the world.
There's research that actually suggests that women who have unprotected sex report lower levels of depression as well.
Well, probably because they're having sex without
maybe
or in condoms. No, be safe, guys. Please be safe.
You'll like this one now.
Okay.
Orgasms can cure hiccups.
I think that's the distraction is helping with the hiccups.
Maybe.
Because when you get distracted, I normally watch something on my phone or something to get distracted.
Well, the science behind it is that when you have an orgasm, it resets your diaphragm, so it will instantly stop hiccups.
Interesting.
So like the whole premise behind trying to scare someone who's got hiccups, you're not actually trying to scare them, you're trying to shock their diaphragm to reset in, which is why when you're expecting it, it's not that scary, is it? You don't get rid of your hiccups. But yeah, apparently having an orgasm will reset that diaphragm. So next time you get hiccups, you know what would put into the test.
Okay. Oh no, please don't make me come. Sure. Oh, we need to pause. I've got the hiccups. Okay. Is that the end of the facts?
I do have one more, but it's a bit morbid. Do you want it?
Fuck it. Yeah, I like morbid.
Okay. So, some dead people can ejaculate.
Oh, that's hot. I hope I can bang one out after I'm dead. Just one last time.
So, thanks.
And I hope it's some person who's having a really bad day in the morgue. It's like, oh God, look at this guy. Oh God, he's coming. Oh no. And a little smile just creeps in the corner of my mouth, my dead body.
So it's something called post-mortem sperm release. It's men, obviously, who die violently or suddenly. Some can ejaculate straight after death, and some can ejaculate several days after death.
Oh my God, that's an awkward funeral if you've got an open coffin.
Yeah, and do you know what? This is quite sweet. Do you know what the nickname of it's called?
No.
Angel lust.
That's not... I do feel a little bit sick. Oh, no. Okay, right. So is that the end of the facts now?
That's the end of our weird little facts today.
Okay, moving on from that super not morbid subject at all. What are we doing next?
There is one actual morbid creepers bonus fact, but I think we'll skip past that.
Yeah, no, I don't want to hear it.
So moving on to naughty corner.
Okay, cool.
All right, I'll start off. I haven't had much sex in life, but when I do, I struggle with DGS, known as death grip syndrome, and some performance anxiety. Whenever I think about sex, I get really excited, but then when I'm actually doing it, I'm worried about keeping hard and being able to come. I can't fully get hard, which I feel like could be ED, but I feel like it's more so performance anxiety. I also feel like porn and masturbation is definitely the cause behind this, as I have struggled with addiction for 7 years. I also worry about how I'm going to have sex, especially because my issues with keeping it hard makes using a condom very difficult, and I feel like I can only solve this problem through having sex. One thing I have done to help, which is I haven't watched porn and masturbated in almost a week, and I feel no desire to go back. I also plan on seeing a sex therapist, maybe two times. Any advice or conversation will help greatly.
When you said death grip, I thought it was going to be a woman.
So you know what death grip syndrome is for men?
No.
It's just basically where you've wanked too much too hard, and it can have a problem with you getting fully hard when you are needing to use your dick. Which he said about he could have ED. He said he can't get as hard when he wants to have sex, which kind of all ties into that death grip syndrome, which is not a common problem, but it's more of a common problem with people who have a bit of a porn addiction and masturbate too much.
All right, yeah. So, I mean, first things first, stop the porn, as you have for the last week.
Yeah.
If that's become an addiction, yeah, you need to, sit down, talk with somebody. Why? I think the second thing, this is just for me, and I think you might agree.
Okay.
It sounds like when it comes to sex, it's more casual.
Yeah.
Whereas I would say maybe, build an emotional connection with somebody, maybe look to get into a relationship.
For sure. But if it is casual sex he's having, but the performance anxiety aspect of it is like...
Yeah, but the only way to get past that is...
Get to know the person properly.
Get good at it first, you know what I mean? Get confident in your ability to deliver the goods. And then after that, it's like, okay, this is good. And if you've got a connection with somebody and you say to somebody, look, this is something I struggle with, you build to it. You go to have sex and you can't get hard. Okay.
They understand.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of it being a performance, a one-time, one-show performance that you need to perform at. That's fucking terrifying.
I mean, another arm to this, you have no shame in saying that you've used Viagra in the past for performance anxiety when it comes to having another go in the bedroom, because there's a big performance anxiety there. Yeah. So I wouldn't say become reliant on it for this guy at all, but I would say, have you thought about maybe doing it to get over that initial performance anxiety with people, to build a little bit of confidence, especially if it's the same girl you're having sex with, that them first few times might be riddled with anxiety?
I would like to say I take it not because of performance anxiety. I take it just so I can handle 2 women. Yeah. But
there is an element of anxiety of, fuck, I've got to keep hard because there's another woman in the room.
Fine, you baited me out, probably is. But yeah, I mean, I get this. I had a stint in my life where this was a bit of a thing. And
was it related to anything?
Just performance. Just I stressed myself out about, I'm like a fucking Pokemon master. I want to be the best there ever was,
Yeah.
And that was the thing for me. I was like, I want to be the best. I want to be the best. When actually what makes you better, never going to say anybody's the best, but what makes you better is that communication thing that we always harp on about, that we're always going on about, is listening and understanding that every woman's different, and you got to piece that together. Obviously, there's a thing of like foreplay and understanding the entire plethora and not trying to relate sexual experiences with people to what you see in porn.
Yeah.
That's extremely unrealistic. And then what I guess could happen, I'm kind of guessing, if your expectations are all based around porn, it's very easy then to be like, well, this isn't what they did in the stuff I like.
To talk yourself
This isn't
down.
good. Yeah.
Almost, yeah.
But yeah, I think definitely speaking to somebody is going to help. That's definitely with an addictive personality, with something that can be. We obviously preach the health side of porn and advocates of utilizing it in the right way. But as with anything, it can be wrong. It can be bad. It can be damaging. So speaking to somebody, cutting it out, going cold turkey, and I think personally building that sort of relationship understanding with somebody and building trust with somebody so that you feel that you can come in and perform to your top most ability.
Yeah.
That
makes sense.
I kind of tailed off in my head and it was like, where are you going? I don't know. Yeah, have you got any more advice on that?
I think he's on the right track by wanting to speak to somebody, which is really good. He's on the right track by identifying his issue and trying to make that better, which is really good.
Sure.
So, I mean, it's not with everything, not just within, sex, but it doesn't happen overnight. So keep at it, keep doing what you're doing. And I don't know whether this is the wrong thing to say because I've never had a porn or a masturbation addiction, but going cold turkey, is that a good thing? Or could you, say, right, I can wank a few times a week, not a few times a day. Like, don't restrict yourself of it because
you don't want to
there's
create
the whole
an
thing.
Unhealthy relationship with it.
Yeah,
one extreme to the other almost.
Exactly, because everyone kind of fails when you do things like that. But also it's true for women. I don't know if it's true so much for men, but if you don't use it, you lose it. So if you're having problems like keeping an erection, if you're not having erections often, is that something that can then continue to keep having problems having an erection? Does that work?
Know. Maybe. I don't know. Because
I don't know if that's the thing. Because with a lot of women, if we don't orgasm often, it's harder to reach orgasm next time. So I don't know whether that could be a thing for men as well. I'm just putting that out there.
I'll like walk in a week. If I haven't wanked in a couple of days, I'll walk funny and my jeans will touch my dick a bit weird and I'll get hard. It becomes a fucking landmine ready to pop off at any time.
Yeah.
But yeah, you might be right. I think definitely cold turkey on the porn though. And
I know someone actually, sorry, just to butt in here. I know someone who had a porn addiction and
I reckon I know who it is straight away. As soon as you say somebody like that, I'm like, I know that person. Am I right?
If it's who you're, yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
But he, at many times in his life, done the cold turkey. I'm going to stop watching porn. And obviously it didn't last for as long as he wanted it to. And in the end, he kind of said to himself, I'm not restricting myself from porn, but I'm going to watch the right kind of porn. I'm going to watch more ethical porn, the porn that doesn't make me feel so bad or isn't as quick, easy access. And he did it for years and he swore by it, and it helped him with like his porn addiction by sourcing more ethical routes, because it was more of a task to watch porn rather than just flicking on his phone, going on incognito and going on any porn website and watching anything. I don't know if that could be an option, but I know somebody who kind of helped himself with that.
There is a like a porn company, and I think they're called XX.
Nice, original.
I know, but well, they're produced and directed by, I think it may be a couple. I could have done research on this if I'd known about it, but they do good looking porn. It's not about
There's
being
loads out
extreme.
there.
Yeah,
there's a few documentaries as well about these independent ethical porn companies, and it's really interesting.
It is, and I had a couple back in the day when I used to have a hard drive with porn for when I was away from home. yeah. No, it was all good. But I had a couple, and they were like my go-to because there was like one on top of a mountain, and this couple were like doing kind of yoga. They were naked doing yoga, and then they ended up fucking, but in a nice way. And I was like, well, this is all right. But also kudos for, like you said, following on from what you said, kudos for not letting the classic ego get in the way of like, I will just either suffer through this or a lot of people, a lot of young men as well will try and blame other people and be like, yes. And I don't know how to say it without categorizing people, but it's just good that you're like,
Recognize him.
This is fucked. This is not good. I'm fucked. This is not good. And it is that classic like first step is admitting you have a problem. So yeah, kudos for giving us a shout and seeing what we have to say. Then you're going to go see actual experts,
actual professionals
who will be able to give you different advice to us probably. But yeah, let us know how you get on, because that's a journey that we wish the best for you for.
For sure.
And yeah, we'd love to hear the healthy path in which you take.
Are you happy to go to the next one?
I'm happy to go to the next one.
Okay. I've been trying for years now to master deep throating. No matter what I do, I just can't seem to get it right. I've tried relaxing my throat, adjusting angles, and experimenting with different techniques, but it just won't fully open. Instead of smoothly taking it in, it's more like I'm just mashing it against the back of my throat and hoping for the best. So I have to ask, have you got any tips or tricks for me? And from a male perspective. Full stop.
Grammar, yes.
Yeah. And from a male perspective, if they are clearly trying to, but still struggling, does it actually feel good in some way, or is it just frustrating? Does the effort and pressure make up for the lack of depth, or does it feel uncomfortable? And be honest, does it ever actually hurt if they're trying too hard to force it in? Because I know I've hurt the entrance of my throat from going at it too aggressively. Thank you.
All right, I think I can answer both of these because I'm an expert on getting that down the back of the throat.
Yeah, how's your gag reflex?
It's awful.
I know it is.
It's awful. You put a finger on my tongue and I'm like...
I've done it a few times, like tested his gag reflex, and it's just not been good.
Yeah.
But go on, male perspective part first.
No. We'll do the female part first. I just wanted to get that funny in because I thought it was pretty funny. I'm pretty funny.
So I do actually have a tip here. I myself can deep throat.
Yeah, but not... So
go on, put me down.
No. You can, and it's very, very good, but it's not like it's the equivalent of blokes who can down pints. Right. In my opinion, some people can, open their throat and down a pint pretty quickly. Some people can just send a pint.
Right, so you're saying I'm not as good as the other women. I
don't like the term good. No, I'm saying, but it has to be a certain way for you, doesn't it? Which I know you're about to talk about. Yeah, which is where I'm
coming to.
But yeah, I don't want you to be like, I'm an absolute fucking deep throat queen.
Wow.
Because I'm going to use a cucumber later on your throat and just watch you
I love
gag.
how you're completely putting me down in front of everyone here.
No, I'm not. I just want to set a realistic expectation of it.
Okay, so from my point of view...
Of course, sorry. I'm really sorry.
How? Luke can fuck my face without me dying, okay? That's the definition of deep throat. So I'm going to get into my tips and tricks. I'm staring Luke down right now.
I'm so sorry.
I'm going to start talking about your pussy in techniques after.
What's wrong with my pussy? What?
Oh, nothing.
Why are you like
no,
this?
I'm joking. So my tip and trick, I would say I am the same as you. And I think most people, unless they literally don't have a gag reflex, are the same as you. The only way I can successfully do it without gagging is clitoral stimulation. If I have something taking my mind off what's going on in my mouth and my throat, it works. As soon as I'll take something, like if I'm I usually use a toy while we're doing it. So I'll have a toy on me. If I take that toy away, I'll then start gagging. So that is my one tip and trick. And she hasn't said she's tried it, so I'd love for her to try it and report back.
Yeah, let us know. And this, so let me understand from the male point of view. You're asking, does it hurt us to go to the back of the throat and not deep throat?
She's saying, does it? So if it's not deep throat and they're trying, does it feel good in some sort of way, or is it just frustrating? Does the effort and pressure make up for the lack of depth, or is it just really uncomfortable?
I think that again, don't want to demean anybody here, but I think you're overplaying deep throating. Not you.
Right.
It's good, but so sucking dick. If my dick is in a warm, wet orifice and getting attention, I'm happy. Mm-hmm. It feels good. As long as, there's no teeth. But yeah, no, if you're taking it to the back of the throat, yeah, it feels good. Mm-hmm. If it's that like glug glug sound and the like bit of saliva and, you know, the effort that you're putting in, it feels great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't.
So I'm going to use us as an example here. So, you know, when you have me laid down on my head off the back of the bed,
Yeah.
and then you're using me in that way, you can freely use me and you don't really hit a stopping point where you can't keep thrusting.
Exactly.
Whereas if you're on your back and I'm giving you head, there's a stopping point because I can't really deep throat then.
Yeah.
So when you feel that stopping point, does that, like, is it uncomfortable? Is it annoying? No. It's still good.
Still good.
Okay.
It's great. That's what I mean. This is where my thing of like maybe overplaying deep throat, because it's good no matter what. So giving a blowjob to the back of the throat is great.
Yeah.
If you can't get it all the way down your throat freely, okay. It
Still
feels good.
Okay,
like I'm still
good.
happy. Unless you've got like some weird pointy back of the throat issue, I can't see there being any issue with it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's like anal, where there's such an emphasis on doing it.
It's almost the novelty, isn't it?
Yeah. And then when you do it, you're like, oh, okay.
Just feels like a bit
That
of a
was
dry
like sex.
pussy.
Yeah, that was like sex. Cool. Yeah, I think it's more the imagery and stuff.
Yeah.
But then again, if she wants to do it and that's something she's like, that turns me on to do, fucking great.
Sure.
Try Chelsea's technique. And
So I would say, from the sounds of it, it sounds like she's giving head and she's trying to shove it to the back of her throat.
Yeah.
So the angle isn't quite there in itself. I would say
head off the bed.
Try your head off the bed and get him to slowly fuck you. And if it does open up and you are able to do it, then let him go to town. Make sure you got something on your clit. Make sure you're enjoying yourself and your mind is taken away from what's going on in your mouth. And I'm fairly confident that it could work for her.
Yeah. And again, I think this goes back to like people watching videos of women who can do this fucking voodoo magic with stuff.
But their head is usually off the back of something. It's never really...
I mean, not always.
Not always, no. But again, the imagery of it, I feel like it looks better when a guy's fucking a face rather than...
That's our take.
That's
but
our take,
I agree. And also, as Chelsea will always tell me, don't have a big meal beforehand.
Oh yeah. If I've eaten like a big pasta dish or pizza and Luke's like, you wanna do this? I'm like, no, I'm too full.
Don't touch me. Don't even look at me.
Just in case.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all I can tell you is how it feels, and I think you've got the best advice there, and hopefully that kind of helps guide a little bit. But keep us posted again.
I would love for you to report back on this. I really would. So please give it a go and let us know how you get on.
And if you do find something else that works, let us know so we can give that advice to the thousands upon thousands of people that listen to us. And you, babe, you're fine. You're great.
Well, apparently I'm not, but...
This is one of those things that you just wish I hadn't said. And I'm like, I've dug the hole now. Fucking JCB's coming in to keep digging it.
It's going to get brought up all week.
Yeah.
Next time you ask me, I'm going to be like, well, I'm not very good at it. What's the point?
I'm going to scream. I'm just going to scream. Chelsea, what on earth are you doing?
Wait 1 second.
No, we're in the middle of an episode. What are you doing?
Wait, I'm nearly done.
What?
Oh, that's better.
Oh my God. These toys from Poos and Cocktails. Let's be honest. Sometimes the bedroom needs a little upgrade. Maybe it's time to swap meh for, oh my God. Poos and Cocktails has everything from toys that'll make your toes curl to lingerie that'll have your partner speechless. And listen, I know what you're thinking, but what if the nosy neighbours see my parcel? No worries. They've got next day delivery in total discreet packaging. So even MI5 wouldn't know what's inside. Want to see the goods in person? They've got 16 stores across the UK. Head to poosandcocktails.co.uk and use our code IOTK for 15% discount. And now Chelsea's finished relaxing. Back to the show.
Are you ready for quiz on my face?
Oh, we're already there.
We are there.
Jesus Christ.
So who's asking who this week?
You're asking me?
Yeah, well done.
Good, because I have got nothing written.
Can you remember the scores? Because I don't. I know you're winning.
I am winning.
I think it's maybe...
Is that like 7-5?
I think it's like 7-5, yeah.
We should have listened to last week's.
We are going to get... We're
going to get scoreboard. We're going to redo the studio. That's the plan.
The studio is going to be redone very soon so we can start getting some really good video content for you guys, and we're going to have a scoreboard in here.
Yeah.
So we won't have to keep like scratching our heads every week thinking, who's the winner?
And then what we also need, it's just come to me.
Go on, give me it.
We need an end of series, quote unquote, like end of the 10 quizzes, and then loser has to do something.
Oh, maybe the listeners can give us
That's what I'm thinking.
the forfeit.
Yeah, but we're gonna get starting OnlyFans. Because I get that in my DMs all the time. They're like, why don't you have an OnlyFans? Why don't you show us your feet, Luke?
We can do that.
No, we can't.
Pay us enough.
I can't. I got offered to train jiu-jitsu this week and I was like, I can't. I haven't got any toe tape. I need to wrap these ugly little fuckers up.
Little piggies.
Little piggies. Right, yeah, quiz on my face. Your turn to ask me.
Are you ready for question one?
I'm so glad it's your turn because I've got absolutely nothing prepared.
Good.
Okay, right. Let me...
Luke's super prepared here.
Calm the fuck down, okay? Right, okay, yes.
Question one.
Yep.
Which country watches the most porn per capita? Now it isn't a multiple choice, so you're probably going to get it. A, USA. B, Japan. C, UK. D, Philippines.
Oh. Per capita. It's between two, and I don't think it's between the two you think it is.
Okay.
Okay, all right, I know what I'm going for. I'm taking a punt here.
All right, this is another multiple choice. I don't know, I've done it to myself again.
Keep doing this. This is why I'm winning.
Which of these is not a real sex position? A, the butter churner. B, the pogo stick. C, the flamingo. D, the snowblower.
I'm just going to put I can't remember the name. Oh, I remember. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All of those sound horrifying.
I'll go through what each one is at the end.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, I think.
3, what is the only type of animal that has sex for pleasure besides humans?
I think I know this. Yep.
Question 4, which famous scientist is believed to have died a virgin?
All of them? Hang on. I mean, it's going to have to be more recent because they wouldn't have had records back in the day. So like back a day, they might have been like, I'm thinking of like Copernicus or somebody like that, who wasn't so much a scientist, but more a religious philosopher who came up with some scientific shit. But he would have been married and they just wouldn't have talked about their wives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're like, they're not people. We don't need to discuss them. So more recently, I'm going to go obvious.
Okay, and last one, question 5. What is the official world record for most orgasms experienced by a man in 1 hour?
In 1 hour?
Yeah.
2? All right. There's a thing I've seen where a guy just comes all the time.
Interesting.
Like women have it as well, but
let's bonus question this one. This is a 6-pointer if you get it right. What's the female world record in an hour as well? Okay, you ready for the answers?
I'm going to change that one because they're too similar. Yes. Okay.
Number 1, which country watches the most porn per capita?
I went for Japan.
The
Philippines.
It is the Philippines.
That's who I was torn between.
Apparently, they're consistently at the top of Pornhub's stats.
Hey, congrats.
For watch time as well too.
They know what they want.
They're interested.
They sit consistent. Fucking good for you, Philippines.
Right, number 2. Which of these is not a real sex position?
I went for pogo stick.
That is incorrect.
Fuck off.
It's actually the flamingo.
What? No, the flamingo's real. I've done it. We've done it. You just put one leg up.
Would you like to know what each one is?
Yeah.
So the butter churner.
That's still like a double-handed wank, right?
So it's where someone lies on their back, raises their legs so much that their ankles reach over their heads. The other partner then squats over and penetrates from above. So we've essentially done butter churning. We
have done butter churning.
Nice, easy one.
Yeah.
Cool. So the next one was the pogo stick, which is where you're standing up in a 69 position.
Okay.
You hold each other around the waist.
We have not done this.
Women upside down, and the man jumps up and down repeatedly.
Why would you? So my dick's in your mouth, and then I'm going to start jumping.
Yeah, them teeth
with the
just
hinge
there.
joint called the jaw just bouncing. Just. What?
Well, there it is.
Fucking okay.
And the last one, the snowblower. Have you got any idea?
Snowblower. I reckon it's like when you get cum in your mouth and then like raspberry all over their face or something.
Almost. So it's the sexual act where one individual receives oral sex and the other partner keeps the cum in their mouth and then kisses a receiving partner. So I've actually done that.
When?
With you, obviously.
When?
A threesome, obviously.
Oh, yeah. You didn't kiss me with the cum in your mouth.
A receiving partner, not
right, yeah. We've done that with another girl.
Yeah.
I was like, I haven't had my cum in my mouth.
So I've done 2 of these.
Congrats, I've only done one.
I don't know, you're giving off the flamingo vibes right now. No, not
you said it's not real.
I mean the pogo stick.
Yeah, we could do that.
God, please don't do that.
No, please don't do... Yeah, that one specifically. And if you can do a flamingo and make it a sex position, do it, please.
And let us know the definition.
Yeah, and then tell us what it is.
Right, number 3. What is the only type of animal that has sex for pleasure besides humans?
Dolphins.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's actually a bit of a trick question because a lot of people will put down monkeys.
Yeah.
But it's not all monkeys, it's certain monkeys. So
chimpanzees
do, and bonobos.
I don't know what they are.
Not all primates do.
But dolphins do. Dolphins
they do.
are deviants.
I know.
They will get a fish.
They do graping as well.
Yeah, they do. It's a fish.
Awful. Right, number 4. Which famous scientist is believed to have died a virgin?
I went with Einstein.
No.
I couldn't think if he was married.
So it was Sir Isaac Newton.
Oh, of course he was a virgin. That's why he spent so much time hiding under trees,
Obviously.
watching people, just wanking.
So Mr. Isaac Newton was a peeping Tom.
Yeah, he was a voyeur.
Love that for him.
Yeah, public as well.
Right,
I mean, this is none of that's true. Don't.
No.
If you want Isaac Newton's like fucking great grandchildren, please don't sue us. We haven't got enough money for that.
So Isaac Newton, he actually lived in an area not too far from where my family live, and the tree is still there in the garden. You can go visit it. We was meant to.
Do people still hide behind it wanking?
We can if we want.
I don't want to be that guy. Yeah, I want to go visit that. I love history.
Okay. Last question, but it could be a 2-pointer.
Yeah.
So what is the official world record for the most orgasms experienced by a man in 1 hour?
It's going to be more than I'm thinking, but I've said 52.
Ooh, very incorrect.
Oh, fuck.
1 hour.
Yeah.
It's 16.
I thought it was like an issue where it is like touch, and then touch, So in an hour, you got to think like, that's still less than 1 a minute, I said.
Yeah, but do you have that in you?
I'd die. 16.
16 is the world record.
Okay, women's going to be more.
Yeah, what have you got for female?
167.
Oh, wasn't too far off, but you was, unfortunately. It's 134.
Okay.
Which is insane.
I got none.
That woman was levitating.
It must just be uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, it does, for me anyway. It gets uncomfortable after like a good up to 10.
When have I made you come 10 times?
I think the most times you've made me come, I think we counted, was like 7.
All right, so I've not even achieved my final form.
That's what I'm saying, about like up to 10. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm writing my results. Total 0. Great.
Well, that leaves me in the running next week. Make sure you give me some multiple choice as well, because I keep treating you to these.
Yeah, you decide what you do. I decide what I do. I'm going to be like, what was the exact minute of, I don't know, fucking Ron Jeremy's birth? And when you don't know, I'll be like, well, that sucks to be you. I know his birthday.
Good for you. I don't even know who he is.
Ron Jeremy, porn star. Actually, he's had a bit of a troubling things happen recently about his career, so we won't talk about Ron Jeremy.
Okay.
And I used to be proud of his birthday because it's the same as mine.
Oh, God.
And now I'm less proud. Anyway, moving on.
Moving on to Oops, Wrong Home.
Enlighten me with some comedy.
All right, so I think we got a few this week.
Cool.
I'll just start going into the little stories. No threads.
Balls deep.
I'm going to get deep into them. So I ordered this huge ass suction cup dildo as a secret Santa for someone in my friendship group, but curiosity got the better of me.
No, you can't give a used sex toy as a secret Santa.
Well, I opened the box, took off the plastic wrap, and in that moment I was now the owner of this suction cup dildo, so she's not giving it to her friend. I decided to test its grip strength by slamming it onto my bathroom tiles. It stuck like a damn Excalibur sword. Naturally, I thought, Let me see how much I can handle. I backed up onto it, expecting a fun time. I felt myself make contact and carried on slowly easing myself back onto it.
Oh, don't fall.
Well, obviously it had to go wrong and my leg slipped.
Oh, no.
The force of my entire body catapulted me forward, face first into my bathroom sink. My lips split open, my front tooth chipped, and the worst part, the dildo was still semi-poking out of my arse, and then it did a quick pop and fell out. I had to tell a lie in A&E as I was getting my lip stitched up, but I felt so paranoid they knew what happened the whole time.
That's fucking crazy. What I enjoy is my mates who are nurses and docs and stuff, and they've worked in like ED and
yes,
in the
emergency department.
Yeah, thanks. Sorry. And they're like, you won't believe how many things go wrong because of sex.
Yeah, I bet.
I don't think they knew that one was one of them.
No, but
I slipped and fell and bashed my face. They're like, you had a dildo up your ass. Fucking liar.
You would still feel paranoid the whole time, wouldn't you?
I'd be constantly like, you don't need to do any like prostate stuff, right? And they're like, why does this weird guy, I think he's done it on purpose so we'll finger his ass. That's fucking brilliant. They had to. I saw it. I wished it didn't go wrong, but I saw it.
Yeah.
I'd like Sir Isaac Newton, I saw it coming.
God.
I'm going to spread this rumour far and wide.
Next one. I had a big date night planned with a girl I'd seen quite a few times already. We had been kind of sexting all week, and we knew after dinner we were going back to my place to have sex for the first time. So I thought, let's make things sexy. I'll self-tan my junk for a golden glow.
No, what the fuck? Why? No.
Sounds like a great idea, right?
No, it doesn't. It never did.
Wrong. What I didn't realise was that my skin down there absorbed the tan unevenly, and within hours my balls turned into a horrific streaky orange brown. Worse, only one side took the colour properly. So now I look like I had half rotten marbles. Fast forward into sexy time. My date saw the Mismatched horror show and immediately said, "Did you know that your balls have gone different colours?" Side note, she's seen pictures of my junk before and they did not currently look like what I guess she's used to from me. I panicked and said, I have a new rare condition.
Oh my God, there were so many other things you could say.
She decided that we shouldn't have sex and kind of ghosted me after that. To be honest, I don't blame her. At the time, it seemed better than the truth, but really, who is going to want sex with a newly diagnosed weird, rare ball bag condition?
Okay, listen.
That was pure panic mode.
That's ridiculous. That whole thing from start to finish, that was like something from a teenage rom-com. That was like American Pie. But listen, don't ever self-tan just your genitals.
I don't know why he thought that would look good.
And listen, your balls are already a slightly different colour. The skin of the whole genitals is slightly different depending on who you are. You don't need to do that. Number two, if you turn around to me, if I'd done some weird self-tan into my bollocks, and obviously you've seen my bollocks hundreds of times, probably thousands, and you were like, oh, babe, your balls, are you aware of the different coloration? Yeah, I hurt them doing jiu-jitsu. Yeah, I've bruised them. Yep, I took a tumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's the boxers I was wearing. They're new. They did something weird dye. Not ever. Ever. Oh yeah, I got some weird medical condition. Should we...
New, rare and just diagnosed.
Yeah, just diagnosed. They're not too sure. They think it's from somewhere in Panama. They're talking about developing a vaccine, but we know how that goes. So, should I get inside you now? Nope.
Bless this guy, and fair enough that she ghosted him.
Oh, for sure. She, even though there was no condition, she dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
Because the guy can't think on the spot for shit.
Bless him.
And he wanted his whole life is just fucking wild. Date night. I'm tanning the bollocks. Imagine him on the group chat to the lads, I'm tanning the bollocks tonight. And they're like, oh, my guy, what are you using? Using Golden Sun? Or what?
Well, talking about lads on the group chat.
Oh, God.
This is our next one. I was having some solo fun before bed while wearing my Garmin watch. You know where this is going?
There.
Totally lost in the moment. Unbeknownst to me, my watch's fitness tracker had somehow started to record a workout. I only found out when I got a text from a mate saying, "Bro, why did you just record a 12-minute session at 11 p.m? Looky eyes, it's literally on your profile." I died inside instantly, but it got worse. Later, this doesn't mean anything to me, so this is you.
Yeah, go on.
Later, I checked the stats and saw that my heart rate peaked at 160 BPM. My watch literally thought I was running a fucking marathon. Now the lads I train with call me the 1 minute mile.
That's good. This is why. What side do I wear my watch on?
Oh yeah, but you don't. Your Garmin, you don't have a profile.
No, I do.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Well, why are we not friends on it?
I didn't know you had the profile. You don't train. I literally follow like 3 people. But yeah, the reason why I wear it on my left hand.
So people don't see that. Interesting.
Well, you do have to track it, but it is easily done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I literally press one button, and that's the wrong profile.
Yeah, but anyway, it's easy
2
to
buttons,
do.
Yeah, 2 buttons, and it's recording. And if you do have it, don't have it set to like. I have to update my workouts. I have to put them up. I have to upload them. Sorry, but
bless him.
My the 1 minute mile.
Okay, before we move on
that.
to Would You Rather, I've got a little excerpt from a story in the news that I thought we could talk about.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to read it to you.
And I mean, the news is always good, so it's going to be good news.
Yeah. Cody Miller of 26 of Palmdale, California, landed in the emergency room late Saturday night. When he arrived, his throat was already closing due to an unknown allergic reaction. Doctors were able to stabilize him quickly. However, his swollen face seemed to be lingering longer than usual. A specialist in allergies and infectious diseases was brought in to try and get to the bottom of what caused this outbreak. Cody was able to text on his phone but not speak due to the swelling in his throat. He told the specialist, "I was going down on my girlfriend during the Super Bowl halftime show. She started getting a little wild and was really enjoying herself. Out of nowhere, she rips a giant fart. At the same time, I'm gasping for air. I get a mouthful of arse breath," Miller told the doctor. Tests were run and it was found that small bits of fecal matter were intermeshed with peanuts. Nuts are a hardy food, but they don't always break down well in the digestive tract. While his girlfriend was experiencing oral pleasure, she passed gas, and in that were gas particles of peanuts that caused this almost fatal accident, said Dr. Azari. "I never knew I had an issue with peanuts. I love me some Snickers. Doctors say the fact that bits of peanuts came out in fecal matter apparently lowered my immune system enough to create an awful reaction. The worst part is that they say I can never safely eat peanuts again. That and having to look my girlfriend in the eye without laughing is tough," said Miller. So be careful, guys.
The story. Yeah, I was going down on my girlfriend during the Super Bowl halftime show, obviously. And they're like, "All right, yeah, obviously. Is that when Kendrick was performing? Is that why she got so irate?" He's like, "Yeah, it's exactly what happened, yeah." That, like we just spoke about, the shit people have to admit to in hospitals.
Yeah.
And the power of doctors and nurses to keep a straight face is,
I know. Imagine reading that
unmatched. And it's like a read more, because he went down in detail. A mouthful of ass spray. Okay.
There's your phone, Mr. Miller. I'll be right back.
I'm going to be right back, Mr. Miller. Just need to confer with my colleagues. And you just hear barely laughing out in the corridor. And then they come back in with like wet eyes from where they've been crying with laughter. And they're like, "Okay, this is pretty common. Don't worry. Nothing to be embarrassed about." That's fucking mental. But it's interesting though, how many people have got peanut allergies that don't know because they need to have a shit in their face. You know?
That's so true.
They don't know. That's scary.
It is scary. Right, would you rather?
What happens if I eat a peanut and then I fart and then somebody else breathes it in and I kill them?
Well, it's not direct. It was like, I guess
You don't know what I get up to with my mates when we're fucking around.
I guess your trousers like filter it, but if you was to do it directly.
You don't know what me and the boys get up to when we're fucking around, when we've had a few drinks.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I hate to think what you was getting up to recently.
That's game on. Survival of the fittest, baby. All right.
Of course.
Would you rather?
Go.
Hit me.
Accidentally send a video of you masturbating to your family group chat.
Yeah, I don't have a family group chat.
Let's imagine you do, though.
Okay.
Or accidentally upload it to your Instagram story for 24 hours.
That's, okay. Who have I got on my fucking... Who's in the family chat? Give me, like, as in...
Like general family, so like a mum, dad, brothers, sisters.
My child's not in there?
Your child is probably in there, yeah.
Then I can't, but shit, she's on my Instagram as well. Shit. Can we exclude her from both?
Okay, child excluded from both.
All right, then I'm still in exactly the same situation. Okay, right, let's talk about pros and cons.
Can I give my input here?
Yeah, of course.
Everyone that's in your family chat is on your Instagram anyway.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
Well, they're all on mine. Why are they not on yours?
We don't like each other. You know this. It's why we don't have a family group chat. We don't talk. They like you because you're a good person. They don't like me.
Stop it.
No, my mum's not on my Instagram.
What? Why is she on my... No, she is. I know she is.
I promise she's not. Yeah, no, she's not.
Oh.
I'm telling you.
That's hilarious.
Don't mouth things to me because I know what you mean. No. And also, my siblings aren't either.
Okay, I'm actually shocked. I'm going to have to do some investigating after this.
You don't need to. I'm telling you how it is.
Right, anyway, what would you rather?
But then I'm thinking of the people I know. The boys would think it's hilarious. Wait, what kind of wanking video is it? To completion? Or like vinegar strokes? Or is it just me just giving the boy a bit of love? Just getting him angry?
See, so the ones that you send me...
Oh, they're like finishing videos.
Yeah.
This is a tough. I'm gonna have to edit out a lot of this humming. This is a fucking tough one. Hold up. So, right, if it goes to the family, number one, they won't really care.
But if it goes out on Instagram,
if it goes out on Instagram,
you've got to think about people at work or on Instagram. Like
I haven't got that many colleagues on the gram.
People you've worked with.
Yeah, people I've worked with.
Like
but the reason I have that, so the reason why my profile is the way it is because I only want people following me that I know are cool,
right,
or that I like, pretty much. You know, if I meet somebody, I'm not one of those people who are like, you can follow me, and I'm not going to follow you back.
You so are.
No, I like to follow you back for sure.
Luke follows everyone, so
that's what I'm saying.
Follows over 1,000
that's what I'm saying.
people.
I'm following people that I like. I follow a minor amount of celebrities and companies and shit, but predominantly it's people that I have interacted with in life and I think are cool. But could they handle seeing that? And the thing is, you think it's sexy. There's nothing sexy about sending a spaff load onto your stomach. It looks like pasty and white, and you don't look sexy. And my feet are just in the background, and the camera's done its best. Yeah, and then you can see my toes still curling and clawing away. I'm gonna probably drop it on the family chat.
Okay.
Even though I think it'd be funny for probably like 60% of my Instagram viewers to see it and they think it was hilarious. Yeah, the family are gonna get that smoke. We don't talk anyway. I don't care. Fuck them.
Fair enough.
Yeah. What would you do? Because you're real close to your family.
I do Instagram story.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And the reason we have very different with our Instagrams, I have about 100 people, whereas Luke has way over 1,000 because I keep that little
Circle
pocket
small.
tight. I don't like
keeping that pocket tight.
So yeah, I'd go Instagram because the only people I would care about upsetting on my Instagram would be my very closest friends, and they'd all find it funny.
I wouldn't find it funny because you've got a lot of my friends on your Instagram. And apparently my family. So my family get to see you just go into town on yourself. Mm-hmm. And as do my mates.
Yeah. Maybe I'll get like a few little Monzo notifications after. Thanks for the good time, Chels.
You know if it's from one of my mates, they'll be like, yeah, GG. No class, no decorum. Okay, that's interesting. So really, you are close to starting an OnlyFans then, by the sounds of it. No, don't DM us. It's not happening. Someone was asking me this week about it. I was like, well, you do that. And I was like, no, it's totally different. We're talking about relationship and sex advice and having an open conversation about sex and kinks. Not you seeing my balls slapping my wife's clit as I go to town on her. They're like, but it's kind of the same. It's not. No. I'm pretty sure he just wanted us to start an OnlyFans.
Fair.
He just didn't want to say it. Cool. We got anything else to add?
That's us this week.
Oh, okay. That's us this week. Nothing else.
What do you have to add?
No, literally nothing. That's us.
Make sure you're following us.
That's what I was going to say. Like and subscribe. We can see how many we get, and it does go up, but we can see how many listeners we've got. It's that classic thing of like YouTubers will be like, oh, only so many of you are subscribers. It actually really does help us, and it helps us grow. Follow us on our socials as well, just so you can see what we're doing, updating, keeping you up to date with important stuff. And we are going to be doing more video content so you can see what we're up to, not like day to day. We just keep creeping towards OnlyFans. You absolutely flop every time you try and do this. Follow us on Speech. Yeah, but I want it to be like, I want people to get it. It's not just a like, yeah, right, guys, here's the socials, here's the website, see you later, dickheads. It's like, no, seriously, subscribe, like it, rate us if you can. Again, that helps us. If you're a fan of ours, which it seems people are because they keep coming back and listening, we can see the user retention. Mm-hmm. Rate us and tell your friends. Tell your mum. I think your mum will like me.
Oh, I think all mums like you.
They do.
You're so devilish.
Honestly, and they love a little bit of cheekiness. I'm like, Sandra, stop it. Anyway, go on, you do the actual proper plug. Like, good.
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook.
Don't say it like that. It's so...
Ironing out the kinks, all one word. Head over to our website, iotk.fun for all submissions. And that's about it, guys. Yeah,
tippity-tappity, little fingers over to the website, get your submissions in, because you've all got funny stories. We know you have. Fucking tell us, or tell us your problems. But that's it for this week. Thank you so much for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.